viewers, welcome to another episode of Fishing Life. My name's Bill Hartshorn and I am coming to you from the beautiful and majestic Glenelg River in Nelson. We are on the South Australian border and we're here for round 3 of the 2009 Hummingbird Vic Bream Classic Series. This round is the Ecogear Glenelg Shire Bream Classic. It's an absolutely beautiful waterway. 2 rounds are down, some of the gun anglers are starting to perform. Behind us you might see Sean Clancy and Wayne Freeby from Team Hummingbird finished 6th at Docklands, 14th at Gippsland, and I think it's about time that those guys had a really good weekend. They're renowned for pulling some big bags, and I think you might find over this weekend some of the good fish are going to come out of their well. The big thing that's going to challenge the anglers this weekend is that the Victorian size limits for bream has gone up to 28 centimetres. So now they're going to have to go minimum 28 centimetre fork length and not 26. There are so many fish in this system that are 26, 27 centimetre fork length. It's going to make my job pretty tough weighing them in. I'm going to be measuring a lot of fish, but I think over this weekend we're going to see some awesome action from the mighty Glenelg River. Once in the water, the teams must check in to have their safety equipment and live wells checked and to receive their starting position. From here it's just a nervous wait for that 7 AM start. As the clock strikes 7 AM, the teams are away at a speedy 5 knots. Sticking to 5 knots in boats that can reach speeds of 100 kilometres an hour is harder than it looks. It's 7:30 AM and we start our coverage with Team Hummingbird, and it's not long before the boys hook up and put their first bream in the well. The anglers will always tell you it's such a good feeling to get that first bream of the day. It takes the nerves off and it allows them to get stuck into the rest of their bag. Making sure it's 28 centimetre fork length, definitely over that, so it's straight in the well.
He was a bit deeper, that last bloke.
Yeah. Oh. Hey, got him. Nice fish too.
Notice how finely tuned Team Hummingbird are, as when Wayne hooks this fish, Sean is there immediately with the net, and once safely in the net, the bream is handed to Wayne so Sean can get his lure back in the water to maximise their fishing time.
Number 2, but he's only just size. I'll just put him on the ruler. I reckon he'll be about 28 or 29, this bloke. Yep, 29 and a half. What we've found is this combination of rock and timber seems to be where the bigger fish are holding at the moment. But what we've got here is a bit of a shelf. There's an undercut. The fish here feed on the, I think there must be a worm or something in the coral that they chew out, but they're constantly in there chewing on the undercuts. But preferably we want a gradual sloping bank that sort of just drops down slowly.
You just don't get scenery like this anywhere else. It's unbelievable, and it's a very rare river to not be silted up and affected by mankind. It's amazing that such a deep river that goes so far inland, and it's very healthy.
Good fish.
Just have a look how good the fishing is here. The boys are just hooking up time and time again, just shows how good those soft plastics are.
Oh no!
You're hopeless.
There you go, Wayne's lost that one.
He wasn't huge, but he was definitely legal.
But the boys seem to be getting into a bit of a rhythm here.
There's one.
Sean's just seen another fish.
Oh, he hasn't. He swam about a foot off it.
Gotcha.
And Wayne comes in and says, well, I'll take that off your hands for you there, Sean.
Not been all right fish, this one actually. Yeah, he looks like he's in the bin. He's legal. Just.
Oh, might be close.
And this is for number 3. If they can get it on the ruler and it goes 28 centimetres fork length, it's going to be their 3rd fish in the well. Only 2 more to get and they've got a full bag.
Might be just under, I think. Maybe right on if he's not. Yep, he's 28.5.
Half a centimetre's big enough to get it in the well, so that's 3 for Team Hummingbird.
This is the lure of choice today, with the EK Gear Grass Minnow. And you can see there it's a nice clear pink colour, and I mean, who knows what colour that looks like to the bream under the water, but it is an effective lure, and it's good for us too because the water's a very green colour. So you can see it when you're watching the lure subsurface as it's sinking, you get a good look at it, and more often than not we're watching the fish eat it. So what we're using is just a little worm hook, which is an offset bend, and you want the lure to come, it doesn't really matter if they're tail up or tail down, but you want the hook to come through the top of the plastic, so you just go through the nose. The straighter you get it, the better it'll swim and the better it'll sink. Then take that hook all the way through the grub. My hands are a bit cold, they're not working real well. And then rotate the grub over side, and then just peg him in through the back like that. And that's what you're left with. But that, as it's sinking through the water, it just sinks nice and flat, much like a suspended or a lightly weighted lure. So you can see Sean's just slinging that right up into the bank there, and he just stays in contact with it. So he's just got a little, probably don't want to put that on.
Salmon.
Go across, mate.
I'm having fun.
Just go across. Stop arguing with me.
This is when we put our rods down and fight.
How's he go?
He's all right. He's in.
He's in. He's in the bin.
He took a while to wake up.
He's nursing it. Yeah, he'll go. Good work, mate. I had a fish on the end while I was netting. Well, that could be, haven't we got 3? That could be number 4.
It's the sort of ones that are handy. Let's have a look at him.
He's a 30 plus.
31.5.
31.5 centimetres. That is a cracking fish for the Glenelg River. Not big fish in this system, so if they put 5 fish in the well that are all at least 31.5 centimetres, they should have a very competitive bag. While some stretches of the beautiful Glenelg River can make the anglers feel as though they're hundreds of miles from civilization, man has still left a very unique mark on the river, with numerous boat sheds and fishing shacks lining its lower reaches. There's no doubt that they're not exactly the greatest examples of our historic architecture, but somehow they seem to blend into the landscape and have become almost a signature icon of the mighty Glenelg River. One of the things you'll notice with the Vic Bream Classic Series is you don't need a top of the range boat to be very competitive. Just have a look at this team here, the standard old tinny hooked up to a good brim. The brim don't care what sort of boat you use, they're just interested in the lures you throw and how good a fisherman you are. So anyone in this series can be competitive, which is why it's fantastic for everyone to get in the sport. If you're sitting at home now and you're thinking this is the sort of stuff that I want to do, there is nothing stopping you putting in an entry form and jumping on board with the Vic Bream Classic Series. We head to day one's weigh-in. It's going to be interesting to see who comes home with the goods today and what weight number one's bag is. Some quality fish are being weighed in today, and it'll be interesting to see if whoever leads today can hold off a huge field tomorrow with the number of fish that are coming in. In second position with 5 fish for also 3.04 is Hummingbird, And in first position, no prize today, but they might tomorrow. Big round of applause with 5 fish for 3.18. Team Pelagic Extreme, Gary Tebb, Wayne Sleep.
We just fish slow, fish deep, made sure our lures are on the bottom. Every now and then they're picking them up on the drop.
Yep.
But we just fished really slow and really deep.
Are we doing the same thing tomorrow? Like,
Yep.
the plan's the same?
Definitely. Yep.
So we're just going to hit this stretch and
We're just going to stay
work
on
it?
the fish.
We'll just stay
If we can see them on the screen, we'll just stay on them.
Beautiful. Well, look, you're going to be on these boats, these boys' boats tomorrow. It's going to be a great day. There's probably going to be 100 other boats around them once they see where you stop, knowing that you're first. So it's going to be some pretty pressure situations going on, and we'll be back very soon to bring you all the action of day 2.
A name to your estate. It was a bigger end that you held out for.
The boys were greeted with cold, wet weather, but it didn't take long for their day 1 form to continue, as the first brim of the day was soon coming to the boat.
So make your choice, hey, one or the other, to call or its command.
Putting up a bit of a fight here, but hopefully it's that 28 centimetre fork length. Oh, as it comes to the boat, definitely not, so that's not size. And Gary's hooked up for his first for the day. Could this one be a keeper?
A little.
He doesn't seem too fussed about this fish, although he is quite a calm and cool operator when he's got the rod in his hand.
Oh, we might be a bit closer.
Well done.
Yes! Break the
Well
ice.
done, well done.
That's the first in the well. The boys have both chosen to use vibes today. And as you can see, it already paid dividends. And Gary's on again. This could be a big day for Gary.
Huh?
Having a go.
This could be a...
You got the thumb,
That's
Brad.
gold.
That is gold.
That's gold in it, mate.
And when Gary gets that excited, you know it's got to be a good fish.
That is.
Well done, mate. Under control there, Gaz?
Oh, mate, like usual. Tangles and shit everywhere here, mate. But... Yeah, mate, don't go too far with that.
Oh, you're on. Talk to me, talk to me.
Here, mate.
It's an alright fish too, isn't it?
He's all right. You'll make it.
And this could be another keeper in the well. The boys are looking at getting their bag really quick.
Yes!
Well done, brother.
You can see they're using that vibe, that gold Lucky Craft. It looks like it's paying dividends for the boys today.
Just let it sit, mate. On the bottom. Sit the biting off the bottom. Right on the bottom. See that?
Whether it was Gary's magic lure or his pure skill, he was definitely putting on a clinic on how to catch deep water bream on vibes.
Oh, that's a good fish, man.
I think he's that good. I've got me drag off a bit, mate.
He's had to go, though.
Wayne's just sort of looking as if to say, well, what am I doing wrong? But Gary's not giving him a chance to get his lure to the bottom. He's hooking every fish in this system. They are absolutely on fire. If they keep this up, I think they're going to be very hard to beat today.
Get in there, mate.
Well done.
$30, $31.
Oh, yeah. You're the man.
No, mate, it's a team effort.
Gary's taken his hat off, he's getting serious, and look, it's paid off. He's hooked up straight away. This is for number 4.
I'll get it. She's all right.
No, I'll help you out.
You will?
I'll help you
You
out.
know I
mate.
need a
I'll
lot of
look
help,
after
don't you? I
You
know.
do need a bit of help.
I do. No. Come on, come on, Ned, come on. I've got all day. Fish to be caught. This is that bite we had yesterday too, mate.
Yeah, this is the same time they fired up yesterday. Whoops.
He's 29, I think.
Easy.
Yeah, easy.
In the well.
29's good enough. That'll get number 4 in the bin. One more fish and they've got their full bag.
Be expecting it,
Right,
man.
get ready. Get ready, come on.
They're that confident, they're ready on the next cast.
A bit of a go.
And Wayne's just jumped in and thought, I'm going to take the honours on 5th. And look at the style with the net from Gary. He's been doing this a while.
Good enough?
Not good enough, mate.
Oh, not quite, but doesn't matter because Gary's just decided to hook up to another fish, and by the sound of that reel, this could be a quality fish. He's looking a bit serious here, Gary. I think this is it.
There he is.
That's him, yeah!
Get the net under it.
I don't need to see it.
No net. That could have been devastating if it dropped off.
His size, isn't he?
Measuring, mate.
His size.
Measuring.
This fish does look quality. This looks better.
Get him on, it's going to...
Drop it. I'll go.
Ah, well, come on, get him on there.
He's 30.
Let's go!
There's the 5th one. We're in there. Well done, mate. Now let's go upgrade. Yeah, mate. He's a good fish, he's. Yes!
Now that the boys from Pelagic Extreme have 5 bream in their live well and have hooked into their 6th legal size bream, they need to find the smallest bream in the well and hopefully replace it with this fish. This is called upgrading, and if teams are good enough, they can do this all day.
This is a good fish.
And Wayne continues with his catchphrase, this is a good fish.
It is.
Don't get me excited.
No, I'm serious, grab it.
I'll be there, mate.
This is a good fish. He's not even running, he's not shaking his head, nothing, it's just weight. Oh. No wonder.
It's just wrong, Wayne, the way you catch fish.
That's why I thought it was a good fish. We're using bevy vibes in the 40s, just sinking them right down into the bottom and just slow twitching them and letting them sink again. Get that nice little tight action, sort of wiggle as you pull them up. The dynamite.
That knowledge is proving to be the difference for these boys. They're hooking up every single cast pretty much.
He's all right. It could be an upgrade.
And Wayne's starting to hit his straps late in the day. He's starting to hook a fair few fish and he's catching up on Gary actually.
Maybe not. Oh yeah, he's not great, I reckon. Yeah, he is, he's a good fish.
Wayne's adding to that nice bag that they look like they're putting together. What's absolutely amazing about this weekend's competition is that Glenelg River's probably got about 90 kilometres of fishable water if they want to take the time to go and do it. We're about 300 metres from the start, and I reckon if you look up and down the river, there's probably about half the field fishing within probably about a 500 metre stretch. The bream is schooled up here and it means the boys don't have to travel too far, so hopefully they'll be able to pick through the small fish and keep upgrading, and we'll see some huge bream come to the weigh-in. Well, I've just jumped onto Team Whatever's boat because Gillian wanted us to film her yesterday, but she didn't produce the goods. But today, she's just pulled one out of the bag. She's got a bream in there that Oh, I reckon it's going to be nudging that 1.3 kilo Eco Gear Big Brim prize. You'd be pretty happy, Gillian.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that.
So what time did you catch that one?
I was in the boat at 10 to 8 this morning.
Beautiful. So hubby just had to kick back and watch you dominate for a little bit.
Yeah, took about 10 minutes to get in because it went across the river and down deep.
And what did we catch him on?
Eco Gear VX40.
VX40s. That's a beautiful fish, and I'm going to get off their boat. We'll get to the weigh-in. The boats are now rolling back down the river to hand their key tags in. They've got to be back by 2 o'clock to weigh in, otherwise they'll start incurring a penalty and they'll lose weight off their all-important bag. The Eco Gear Big Brim was Gillian Knight with 1.76 kilos. It's a wonder you couldn't hear her scream, but it would have blown the speakers on your TV. Unfortunately for Team Hummingbird, with 2.54 kilos weighed in on day 2, it wasn't enough to get them in the winning circle and they dropped to 7th. But in 3rd position, with 10 fish for 5.76 kilos, was Team Nitro Tournament Rods. In 2nd position, with 9 fish for 5.88 kilos, was Ray and Ann's Tackle and Marine. But our winners, and worthy ones at that, who led the field for the whole weekend, was Team Pelagic Extremes, Gary Tebb and Wayne Sleep, with 10 fish for 6.12 kilos.
Yeah, we're really happy. Like, second comp, and to come after Meetung and, you know, weigh one fishing and come down here and just smash them is just amazing.
So it just shows people at home that, you know, you don't have to be the best of the best to really be competitive. It's a
No, that's right.
bit of luck.
Anyone can do it. It's not the boat that catches the fish, it's the fisherman. So.
And how did you feel going out today? Because, you know, you weren't up by a lot. It was only, you know, a couple of 100 grams and everyone was around you.
Yeah, look, we seen some big fish caught around us today and we were really worried. And we didn't think we thought maybe if we'd be lucky to get top 5.
Yep.
And yeah, we're just lucky enough to hold on, I suppose. And
now that's great, because the real story of the day, the thing that I'm wrapped about, is the quiet achiever over here. He doesn't like to say too much.
no,
Gaz, you've absolutely smashed them.
Yeah, I was lucky I had a really good day today, and you know, you got to work as a team in these events and that, and we're just average Johnnies having a good time. And
So Team Pelagic Extreme are pretty wrapped. They're going to, I reckon, head up there to the pub pretty soon and have a few beers.
yeah, we'll be having a couple of celebrations.
Few brewskis. Well, I'll see you at Malakuta, and you'll have the team shirt on by then, I reckon, because Pelagic Extreme's going to be pretty happy about you guys winning. Stay tuned, guys, because in a couple of episodes you'll see us down at Malakuta for the East Gippsland Shire Mako Craft Brim Classic. Don't go away. The team at Fishing Life use only the best quality products, including Eco Gear lures, Japanese technology made for Australians, Trojan deep cycle batteries, Engel fridge freezers and generators, Flow-Right live oil systems, Daiwa rods and reels, Minn Kota electric motors, and Hummingbird high definition sounders and GPS units. To find out more about these quality products, log on to www.vicbrimclassics.com.au.